like in this fourth attempt, I was the least prepared in all three stages of my exam, sir. I believe that in ethics or even in general for the civil services examination, they want originality from a candidate. There was a factor of comfort with teachers here at the UPSCprep.com. For example, I can call Shashank sir anytime whenever I have doubt. Let's say there is PT 365. Now they are making a summary of PT 365, and there will be some another guy who will make summary of that topic only. Eventually they will realize that shortcuts are not working, but they will end up wasting their 1-2 years.
Absolutely.
So if someone is starting their preparation and they are watching it right now, I would just advise them, don't go after the shortcuts.
Hello and welcome to UPSCprep.com. Today we have with us Brijesh Barot. Brijesh has secured the rank, I think 503 this time around in Civil Services. 507 in Civil Services Exam 2024. So congratulations, Brijesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
कैसा हो, क्या कर रहे हो?
Sir, I'm good. I'm just enjoying my result as lots of guests are coming. I'm eating a lot of sweets, and now it has been a week, so I've started the preparation of prelims.
Right. तो ये वाली चीज एक आई थिंक एक नया चैलेंज ही होता है ये, wherein you've already secured a rank and now आप फिर से पेपर दे रहे हो. तो हाउ इज दिस प्रीलिम्स, मतलब मेंटली स्पीकिंग, क्योंकि मेंटल प्रिपरेशन भी आई फील इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द होल थिंग. तो मेंटली हाउ इज दिस प्रीलिम्स डिफरेंट फॉर यू?
Sir, I think that now I'm very much relaxed. Like there is no backlog or let's say no stress on my part that what will happen if I'll fail or something. Like currently the service which I am getting or which I will be getting, I'm very, very happy with that. Even if I'm not getting clearing the prelims, I will be very happy with that. So now I am very much relieved and relaxed. So now I don't need to bother about what will happen tomorrow. Like whenever there is a prelim on the day before that, it is a very stressful time for me. Like what will happen, what kind of paper will come. But now I'm relaxed. I will go and we'll attempt and come back home and we'll see what will happen in that. So I'm not stressed. I'm not in any situation where it is difficult for me to handle or something. I'm just enjoying and I will just look through the subjects once and we'll see what will happen.
तो चलो, but the best of luck for your prelims attempt. तो ब्रिजेश, आई थिंक आपका थोड़ा एक बैकग्राउंड दीजिए हमें कि भाई आप कहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं, आपकी स्कूलिंग कहाँ से हुई, कॉलेज क्या किया एंड यूपीएससी की तैयारी कब शुरू करी आपने?
Sir, as you know, my name is Brijesh, and I belong to Palanpur city, which is in the Banaskantha district in Gujarat, which is in the northern Gujarat. I have done my schooling in standard 12 from here in Palanpur in Vivid Lakshmi Vidya Mandir school in Gujarati medium only. And then after for the BTech, I went to Ahmedabad and I completed my BTech in mechanical engineering from Nirma University in 2021. And then after 2021, it was June 2021 when my degree got completed. Then I decided that I need to prepare for this exam. So, and even in my 8th semester, I was preparing a bit for this exam. So I appeared for the first prelim, which got delayed due to the second wave. So it was in October 10th, 2021, and so I appeared. So I given 4 attempts. Like in first 2 attempts, I have failed my prelims examination itself, and in the third attempt, I reached the till interview, and in the fourth attempt, I have secured an answer.
Right. So I think in the third attempt is when you got associated with us for the first time. तो तब आपने I think prelims batch भी join किया था. उस साल I think आपने second join कर रहे थे.
Yes sir.
तो मतलब क्या डिफरेंस था उधर कि मतलब जो पहले 2 आपने प्रीलिम्स क्लियर नहीं करे एंड जो तीसरा क्लियर किया, क्या डिफरेंस आया?
Sir, the first attempt which I gave was a bad decision in retrospect, I think, because I was not very much prepared and I was just thinking that let's see how UPSC exam looks like, and I just wanted to take a feel of it. So in October I attempted and I failed by 4-5 marks only.
Okay.
So I got the confidence that I'm going to clear in 2022, which was on the 5th June. But sir, I cleared the cutoff. I got around 95 in GS paper 1, but I failed the CSAT exam. So it was a shocker to me. Like, what will I do? Like, and I was good with mathematics. Like, I had scored good marks in engineering mathematics. So I thought that I will clear CSAT, but I failed. So this was the two attempt where I made a mistake, was not to study the things properly, as well as neglecting the CSAT. While in the third attempt, my focus was to prepare the static subjects like polity, economy, geography, history, science tech, and environment. These are the
Hmm.
six subjects. And I was of the understanding that if I am marking all the easy category questions from these subjects, I'm going to clear the prelims for sure. Because now, after looking the last two papers, I realized that I did not fail the prelims because there was some tough question or something, but I failed.
Hmm.
It is because there were many easy category questions from polity and economy which I marked wrong.
Yeah.
And let's say there is a question about constitutionalism, and if I'm
Hmm.
marking that wrong, then it is costing me 2.6 mark out 2.6 marks.
Yeah.
And to cover this 2.6 mark in the competition would be tough because everyone is going to mark that question right. So my strategy was very simple, that I'm going to revise things maximum time, and
Hmm.
all these six subjects, if there is an easy category question or a PYQ, that I'm not going to mark it incorrect. So this paid off, and the question paper in 2023 was a kind of unconventional, but I
Hmm.
managed to get 95 marks in that paper only, sir. And
I
this
think
was the
cutoff
strategy
that
only that
year
I followed.
was 75 in 2023 and आपके
75.
95 आए थे.
Yes, sir. So, and also the CSET part which I neglected. So even in the CSET, I also made the simple strategy that I will solve all the PYQs of last 5 years of CSET.
Hmm.
And when we solve the PYQs, we will realize that there is some pattern of asking the question.
Hmm.
Like there was a question of, let's say there were five consecutive numbers of 86, 87 is up to
Hmm.
91 and divided by some number. So
Hmm.
whenever we see such question, we just have to cut down the fractions and numerator, and the remainder will always be zero.
Hmm.
So there are some repeating trends of the paper questions in CSET. So I identified them and also focused on comprehension, which was very easy in 2023 as compared to maths. So I focused on comprehension and on the PYQs, which
Hmm.
helped me clear CSET in the unconventional paper of CSET in 2023, where I secured around 85 marks only.
तो इन 2023 का आपका जो अटेम्प्ट था, मतलब आप कितने नंबर से फाइनल कट ऑफ मिस किया था आपने?
Sir, it was around 20 marks.
राइट. एंड इंटरव्यू में कितना स्कोर था आपका उस टाइम पे?
So last year I got 117 interview.
एंड दिस ईयर?
This year I have got 162.
तो आई थिंक दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द थिंग्स अबाउट द सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जाम. ये जैसे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में आपने जीएस का मान के चल लिया कि हाँ भाई जीएस तो बढ़िया हो गया है, अगले साल तो निकाल ही लेंगे, तो सीसैट बंद का बैंड बज गया. फिर उसके बाद आपने मतलब कहीं ना कहीं बीच में मेंस में थोड़ा हल्का हो गया, तो मेंस में मेहनत करी, तो फिर इंटरव्यू का थोड़ा हो गया. तो ये हमेशा मुझे लगता है कि भाई सिविल सर्विसेज में बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू बैलेंस. तो
Exactly.
हाउ डिड यू बैलेंस योर प्रिपरेशन? बिकॉज अब जैसे चौथा अटेम्प्ट था आपका जब आपने क्लियर किया, तो एक तो मेंटल बैलेंस बनाए रखना कि भाई एक और अटेम्प्ट देना है, और खुद को मोटिवेट करना है इसमें. तो हाउ डिड यू डू दैट? व्हाट वाज योर लाइक सीक्रेट सॉस?
Sir, I think that there is no secret, but like you talked about the balancing act, where let's say if we are focusing on one subject, then other is going to haunt us. But I believe that it is not in our control, sir. Let's say the paper of 2023, which I missed by 20 marks.
Hmm.
But let's say if you see my mark sheet closely, so I just got 79 marks in essay, which was below average for the candidates even who failed the mains examination.
Hmm.
So I think that it is not in our control. Let's
Hmm.
say maybe it is in the Almighty's hand, and we have
Hmm.
to do our part. Like in this fourth attempt, I was the least prepared in all three stages of my exam, sir. I'm
Okay.
not saying for the sake of saying, but I'm genuinely saying because I was tired of this exam.
Hmm.
Like on 16th April 2024, the final results came, and
Hmm.
the prelims was on 16th June due to the general elections. So
Hmm.
there were only 2 months for me to prepare, and I was not able to study for the 1 month. So the April got empty, and even in the May I studied a little bit, and
Hmm.
I was not hoping that I'm going to clear even on the day of the examination, but I somehow attempted and
Hmm.
cleared it. Now then came the mains examination. Even for the mains examination, that I had some issues in my personal life and other things. So I was of the opinion, and even that got reflected in my mains examination, that I
Hmm.
missed around 2.5 question in each GS paper. This is, I'm
Okay.
not lying, sir. This is
Hmm.
for the fact. And I was saying to my parents that I'm not going to get interview call this time, and I have to prepare with a fresh mind for the next attempt. And to my shock, I cleared the mains. And even for the interview, my grandmother was critically ill, and I was not in my best mind as well as my parents. But still, I managed to appear for the interview, and I got average or below average marks, and this has got me into list. So now I think that the balancing act which you talked about, I believe that there is a dialogue in the MS Dhoni movie where the Dhoni is sitting on the railway station and his sir advises him that pitch pe टिके रहना है. So I believe that this is the balancing act or whatever secret sauce or whatever we say, sir. We have to just keep on fighting. Like we sometimes we feel that we have not done well. Sometimes we think that I have done excellent, but we did not get the result. So only secret sauce is like consistency. We have to stay on the path. No matter what is the condition. So this was the thing. And to my surprise, as we talked, like there are two questions in each GS paper I was not able to attempt, but there is a 55 marks jump in my GS mains examination this time. So I think what worked for me was this only that we have to be consistent and सिर्फ टिके रहना है pitch पे and the results will sometimes come and at last Almighty was kind to me, so I found my name in the list, sir.
राइट सो आई थिंक आपका इस साल मेंस में यू हैड, अगर जीएस सब्जेक्ट्स की बात करें तो यू हैड 410 या 415 इश कुछ मार्क्स.
Okay. Yes, sir.
तो
Yes.
दैट इज अ वेरी गुड जीएस का स्कोर एंड पर्टिकुलरली आई थिंक आपका जीएस 4 में यू हैड लाइक रियली गुड मार्क्स 125 एंड पिछले
Yes, sir.
साल भी जैसा आप बता रहे थे कि पिछले साल भी काफी अच्छे नंबर थे. तो ब्रिजेश, एथिक्स का पेपर आप कैसे अप्रोच करते हो? व्हाट इज द आइडिया देयर?
Sir, for ethics, I did my basic classes from Atul Garg, sir. So I did classes and I made the notes for every topic. So sir is teaching every topic, so I made the notes for all the topics. But I believe that in ethics or even in general for the civil services examination, they want originality from a candidate. They do not want that you just mug up things and vomit on the paper. Let's say you have studied main 365 and you went there and you just wrote it down. I believe that you have to show your originality as well as individuality, that how as a person you are, how as a thinking person you are. So uh, this was my understanding of mains
एक
examination
कुछ अगर
for the
एग्जांपल लेके
2024 attempt.
आप बता पाओ, अगर जैसे
Exactly, sir.
वी टेक अ
For
क्वेश्चन.
example, yes, sir. For example, in let's say particularly in ethics paper, let's say a question is asked about a foundational value of a civil servant or something. A question is asked. So what generally people will do is that they mug up the definition and they will mug up some certain a few civil servants or few example, let's say T or something. They just write it down, and which I have seen in most of the cases. But what I did for my ethics paper, let's say I found out the examples from different spheres of life. Let's say from the sports, from the religion, let's say from the art and culture, and also there is one Indian Express's award excellence in governance. So they are honoring the finest district magistrate and what the work they have done. So I prepared that, and so what was my understanding is that let's say everyone is writing about certain few, let's say APJ Abdul Kalam sir or someone, but if let's say I am writing about someone who is a winner, some district magistrate who has won a governance award, so I believe that this will create a good impression on the examiner that I am reading the new things and I'm also implementing the same in this examination.
Yeah.
So this was my understanding for the ethics. So be original and do not try to just vomit down things you have studied. And also for the other GS papers also, let's say in economics, there was a question about inflation, that what RBI should do, like food inflation is not in their control. So what can be done? So we have to be an independently thinking person. Like we cannot just write down the facts that this is the inflation, this is core inflation, this is headline inflation. Rather, we have to give arguments like what as a person or what as a civil servant, what you think about a particular thing. So and so you have to gain some original arguments for that. So let's say for ethics, I got the arguments from different spheres of life. Let's say for economics, there were economic survey which has given excellent arguments on all the issues pertaining to us, let's say inflation and unemployment or something. So my target was this only, to find out the unique things which are there, which are not generally covered in the coaching materials. Let's say Panchayati Raj is a topic in GS paper 2. So in general coaching material, we see that there is three F, fund, functions, and functionaries, which is the issue in Panchayati Raj. But let's say if we read it in some detail from Google or let's say from articles, so then we will realize that sometimes they have the funds, but what is lacking is that they don't have their own sources of revenue, and they are very much dependent on the central government's finance commission grants and other things. So my thinking was that I have to write down about the pinpointed things which is original and which is not being repeated by many of the aspirants. And I believe that this has worked for me, sir.
तो आई थिंक ये तो एक डेफिनेटली चीज होती है बिकॉज आजकल क्या होता है ना कि पीपल व्हाट दे डू दे विल बी लाइक कि भाई मैं बनी बनाई इंट्रोडक्शन एंड कंक्लूजन पढ़ के चला जाऊंगा एंड वो मैं चिपका दूंगा बट व्हाट दे आर नॉट थिंकिंग ऑफ इज कि भाई मतलब जो 500 लोग आपके जैसे और जा रहे हैं तो जब वो प्रिपेयर्ड कंक्लूजन आप चिपकाते हो तो वो एग्जामिनर को भी दिखती है एंड लाइक एज यू
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
So if you are making it interesting for the examiner, you're showing some different examples. Like you said, it's a very good, tip that you shared कि भाई इंडियन एक्सप्रेस का गवर्नेंस अवार्ड्स है भाई पढ़ लो ना उनके नोट बना लो वहां पे कि भाई किसको क्या चीज मिला था दो चार पांच नाम आपको जो पसंद आ रहे हैं लिख लो बिकॉज दोज एग्जाम्पल्स इफ यू पुट इन योर आंसर्स दैट इज समथिंग वेरी डिफरेंट दैट लाइक नोबडी एल्स विल बी डूइंग तो आई थिंक इन ऑल ऑफ दिस जर्नी आई थिंक ब्रिजेश we were associated from Prelims Excel in 2023. Then you were also part of our mains focus group. Then interview guidance के लिए तो अब थे ही
Right.
तो मतलब वो process के बारे में अगर आपको कुछ feedback हो something that you can say that will help us improve.
Sir, like I don't know what can be the feedback which I can give, but sir, I can surely say that my experience at UPSCprep.com was excellent. And it is not I'm saying because I'm talking to you, sir, because even to general aspirants which I meet, I recommend the coaching institute because like I do not find that a professional uh, or let's say commercial aspect of teaching in this institute. Like let's say I have been to other institutes and I have paid a lot of money to them, and while the courses here were a lot very cheap, but at the same time there was a factor of comfort with teachers here at the UPSCprep.com. For example, I can call Shashank sir anytime whenever I have doubt, and he will respond, or even if he is not available, he will definitely call me back and we'll talk about my uh, doubt in any stage of this preparation. It was my Shashank sir was my mentor in Prelims batch. Even in the mains focus group, sir was there, and even for the interview. Let's say also another example which I want to give was of KCSL who was there for the mentorship. So my foundation of originality, which I talked about, and the substantiation of fact got concrete, what can we say, concrete understanding from KCSR only. Like in 2023, initially I wrote some papers and I show it to sir, and sir explained me that how we can give some arguments and then we can substantiate it from the proper understanding or pinpointed example of something. So this made my basic uh, structure of writing all the four papers. So last year I had 402 and this time I had 441. 15. So this has helped me. So this was the fact that, and let's say for 2024 I did not join many coaching institute, but it was not the case. Let's say if I'm calling to Shashank sir that sir has this doubt and sir will say, oh, you have not paid the money, don't come here. So this was not the case. And sir hai, aap hai, KCS sir hai, Ketan sir hai, all have been a very good mentor as well as a good friend to me, which has which have helped me in excelling this examination. And just one last thing that I still remember in 2023 I was very scared about this examination. It was somewhere in the month of May where exam was near, and I was talking to sir and Shashank sir, and Shashank sir told me just one thing which is still with me and which will remain with me for a long time, and was that अगर अपने पे खुद पे भरोसा नहीं है then you will not be able to clear this exam no matter what how much hard you study. So so what was lacking in my first two attempts was not only the preparation but also the faith in oneself. Like I was of the opinion that how can I compete with someone who has been into IITs, IIMs, AIMS, and there are people who are preparing this, and how can I be in the top 1,000 of these people of this lot who is preparing? But this was the thing that struck into my mind that अगर खुद पे भरोसा नहीं है, then we will not be able to do it well. So this has steered me from that 2023 prelims to 2024 interview, and this has helped me a lot in my preparation, sir.
Right. So thank you for your really kind words and I think शशांक सर का थोड़ा एक वो अंदाज है मेंटरशिप करने का.
Exactly.
डांट भी मारते हैं वो, प्यार से भी बात करते हैं वो, मतलब ही टेक्स यू अलोंग. तो ब्रिजेश, अगर लेट्स से अब आई एम श्योर ये आपके साथ हो भी रहा है दैट आपके कॉलोनी में आपके जूनियर्स कॉलेज के वगैरह बहुत सारे लोग आपको रीच आउट करेंगे, बोलेंगे कि हमें बताओ कैसे तैयारी करनी है. तो इफ यू हैड टू गिव वन पीस ऑफ एडवाइस टू समबडी हु इज जस्ट स्टार्टिंग यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन, व्हाट वुड यू से?
I would say that listen listen to the people who are very commonsensical in their approach. And second thing is that be someone with a thinking ability. Don't get fooled by some people, because now we are seeing that there is a lot of people or lots of coaching masihas have come into market. So I would say that be a thinking person, take your independent decision. And for the part of the preparation, I would say that just stick to the basics. Stick to the basics. Like everyone knows that what we need to study for modern history. Everyone knows that what we need to study for polity. But what we are not doing is that we are not even doing these bare minimum things. Let's say now, like there is on that in Telegram, there are various channels. So now what they are doing, some coaching institutes, let's say there is PT 365. Now they are making a summary of PT 365, and there will be some another guy who will make summary of that topic only. So I think that don't go for shortcuts. Do your part. Let's say you are preparing polity, so read Lakshmikant properly, solve the PYQs, read the NCRTs, and you will be good to go. So now I think that the general level of preparation has come down for the from the aspirants, like what was there in 2018-19 when I was in my college. I believe that papers were tough, but cutoff was not going this low, which is going in our ages, for example, 87 or let's say 90 or something. Papers are coming tough, but I believe that general level of preparation has gone down because of this information overload. So to a new aspirants, I would say that just read the basic sources, revise them maximum, and give test, solve PYQs, and you are good to go.
आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट. मैं हमेशा ये सोचता था कि भाई कट ऑफ नीचे जा रहा है क्योंकि थोड़ा तो ऑब्वियसली डिफिकल्टी भी बढ़ रही है, जो नए टाइप ऑफ आपके ऑप्शंस आते हैं तो उनके कारण थोड़ा इश्यूज भी रहता है. एंड आई थिंक एटलीस्ट 2023 में 24 में थोड़ा सी सेट का लेवल भी बढ़ा है, तो उस कारण से भी चीजें हुई हैं. बट दिस इज ऑल्सो अनदर वे टू लुक एट इट कि भाई जनरल लेवल ऑफ प्रिपरेशन हैज ऑल्सो गॉन डाउन बिकॉज पीपल आर चेजिंग शॉर्टकट्स. एंड वो शॉर्टकट के चक्कर
Exactly.
में फिर जब
And
आप
sir,
डेप्थ में नहीं पढ़ रहे हो.
sorry to interrupt.
नहीं प्लीज.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I'm sorry. Just I want to say that there is this lot who is going after shortcuts, but there is this other lot who is a very serious aspirant who is preparing, and that is why you see there are many people who are clearing this exam again and again and
अगेन एंड
again.
अगेन
So
अगेन.
this is the thing, because they are sticking to the basics. They are doing the basics, while the new aspirants which are not aware about this information overload, they are stuck into this loop of shortcuts.
एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट एंड एब्सोल्युटली वंडरफुल इनसाइट आपने जो शेयर करी है. आई थिंक ऑन दैट नोट आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक यू टू रेकमेंड एक किताब जो आपको लगती है कि भाई सबको पढ़नी चाहिए अपार्ट फ्रॉम सिलेबस, which either you have read or you like want to read or you feel ki bhai this is an important book that everybody should.
I believe that it is a very, like people will say it is a very cliché thing, but I think that everyone should read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So it is a book which teaches us to control our emotions and withstand the adverse situations, and also it gives us a guidance in life that what a person should do. So everyone should read Bhagavad Gita, and it is not that if we read it only once and it is done. Like whenever we are reading it again and again, we will find a different interpretations of things. For example, the concept of speech pragya, or let's say doing your part and not focusing upon the results, has helped me excelling in this examination. So I would recommend that in this age, every youngster should read this book.
तो एनी पर्टिकुलर आपने कोई ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ी हो या कोई कौन सा वर्जन?
That I had read around multiple editions, not exactly to the fullest. Like currently, I had purchased the Bhagavad Gita from the understanding of Ramakrishna mission, which is the guru of
स्वामी
Swami Vivekananda
विवेकानंद,
ji.
हाँ जी.
So yes, so I found their interpretations of things very good. But if we want to read like just once, then we can find of the ISKCON mission has their best-selling Srimad Bhagavad Gita, or let's say from the Gita Press Gorakhpur. They are both good. We can read them.
Right. So I think आप अपना एड्रेस भेजिएगा, इसके बाद we'll also send you a book which I think you'll find interesting. तो I think that's all that we had to talk. आपके पास अगर और कोई आप recommendation देना चाहोगे किसी को, जैसे let's say कोई this is the only interview that they see, this is the first and last टॉपर इंटरव्यू देख रहे हैं, तो कोई आप अगर एक रिकमेंडेशन ऐसी देना चाहो जो कि बहुत ही छोटी सी चीज है बट छोटी मगर मोटी बात हो जाए.
Let's say for the preparation, sir, I would, I'm like, I don't have any one thing to say, but again, I'm reiterating my fact that don't go after the shortcuts. Like, and people eventually they will realize that shortcuts are not working, but they will end up wasting their 1-2 years.
Absolutely.
So if someone is starting their preparation and they are watching it right now, I would just advise them, don't go after the shortcuts. Do what is required for this examination. Let's say reading the basic sources, solving the PYQs, writing answers, remembering certain facts. These are the basic things which is taught at everywhere, but no one is going to focus upon that part. Again, they are going after certain random courses, crash courses, prelims, guessing course. There are multiple things which have emerged in the market. And I'm not saying that I was not one of the part of them. I have been fooled by people like this. So just as an elder brother, I would say that don't fall into this trap. Like let's say these things were not there even before that. People were clearing civil services.
Yeah.
So I think that by studying the basic books and revising them, writing answers, you can clear this examination.
तो आई थिंक इसको अगर शॉर्ट में बोले तो people waste years by trying to save hours.
Exactly.
Right. So I think with that we'll end the session. Thank you, Brijesh, for your time and all the best for your next prelims attempt.
Thank you, sir. And I will always be grateful to this institution. It has a very significant role to play in my journey, and that is why I have consented to give this interview to you, sir, because a lot of institutes and people have asked me about podcast or journey or let's say their things, other, let's say guidance or something. But probably this is the first time I'm speaking to someone, and most probably I'm not going to appear anywhere else because the reason why I have appeared here is because I have a lot of respect for all the teachers there, starting from you to Shashank sir, Keshias sir, Ketan sir, Krishna sir. All of them have been very instrumental in my preparation. So I'm very grateful and very
तो
thankful to all the teachers.
इसमें एक छोटा सा कैवियट मैं और डालूंगा कि देखो हम कोशिश करते हैं, हम रिकमेंडेशन देते हैं, बट एज यू से सो लॉन्ग एज द कैंडिडेट इज नॉट अ थिंकिंग पर्सन, द कैंडिडेट इज डजंट बिलीव इन देमसेल्व्स एंड द कैंडिडेट डज नॉट हैव व्हाट इट टेक्स टू टेक दैट लीप ऑफ फेथ, जो कि सारी चीजें आपकी तरफ से आई. तो आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ इट इज योर्स एंड हमारी अगर कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन है तो वो छोटा सा हमने कहीं हेल्प कर दी होगी, बट इट इज ऑल यू एंड अगेन कंग्रेचुलेशंस एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर प्रीलिम्स.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.